Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than never. The would-be judges, the 144,000 that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that look like those heathen nations. This is not a black thing.
Black.
All right, and to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you, we say Shalom. We're just going to jump right into this lesson. And I've been pondering on this, waiting. We can clearly see that, that Jacob's trouble is fastly approaching, and it's going to start on the Northern Kingdom, more than likely here in Chicago and a few other places. All right, and then every financial analyst, almost every geopolitical analyst have all been saying that everything's going to start happening toward the end of January. And then it dawned on me just the other day, because I'm waiting for shit to kick off before the inauguration. Then it's like the light bulb, went off, and it's like, damn, they want to do this after the inauguration because they don't want to do this while Biden's still in. They're going to do this on Trump. Trump is going to inherit a complete, total puzzle and mess and chaos, and he can't even, on his inauguration day, they're already going to be trying to stop him legally. So he's gonna be getting attacked that way. You got this this article here from the Euro News. This is Euro News, and it says somebody get that Second Ezra's 9, all right, and and then get Second Ezra's 15 when it said uproars of the people as well. But it says thousands attend the People's March in Washington days before the inauguration. So they're already doing this, and there's a lot of women that are still protesting, like you said, Kmart. For you don't know, there's Kmart is Kamala Harris, talking about no sex and cutting their hair off and all this other. Kamala, look, best believe Kamala drunk ass ain't stopped taking no penis, and she ain't cut off none of her hair for none of you hoes.
Yeah,
right, man. Just so y'all know it.
I told the elder, I went to the job, I didn't even know who these hoes was no more. In mourning for the idolatrous Kmart.
Yeah, and these are all women too, but this is in Europe. Oh no, this is Washington. It's a European news site. So why we got to go to a European news site? How did they even come in my phone? I have no idea. But it says 8 years since the historic first march, the Women's March returned on Saturday to Washington just before President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. And I think inauguration, that word, someone can look it up, has something to do with witchcraft. It's got something to do with witchcraft. All right, someone can look it up. But it said thousands of people from around the United States were rallying in the nation's capital Saturday for women's reproductive rights and other causes they believe under threat from incoming Trump administration. So basically, these women are rallying for their right to be hoes.
Yeah, that's talking Salaki. That's going into cutting off a baby's head. All right, that reproductive rights, because Trump is against the abortion.
Well, the reason, and then the funny thing is that
that's
Edomites had no problem with babies being put to death until their numbers start decreasing. See, that's another problem. All right, is that the Edomites they were already weaker than the rest of us anyway. And then with all this extra added band-aids and stuff that they're spraying, all the issues that's happening and the bad food, they're not producing babies. But for some reason, Edomite woman, she banged Jake, whether it be Raul or Tyrone, she getting pregnant, no problem. All right, with no problem at all, man. All right, so that's another reason why they're pushing so hard against the abortion, because they don't want white women getting abortion. As long as you nigger women keep going down there and murdering off the tribes, which you've been doing, and basically that's what these women are really complaining about. Bloody, because they treat an abortion like a condom or like a after, more than after pill, right? Which is still horrible anyway. you know, if you a fetus in a womb and then you get chemically destroyed, you know, you ingest something that comes and kills you. You know, it can't be like, you know, it's not painful. You just, but anyway, it says,
Yeah,
when you start thinking about it,
that's tough.
and especially when you see how they clip up and chop up, it's really cruel, man.
The Jigaboos
says-
call it the chop shop. Where I'm from, they always say,
Yeah.
bitch, we going to the chop shop. They said, bitch, we going to the chop shop. And I'ma still take his money. He gave me $500 for abortion. I'm going to the chop shop. That's what they do. They say it probably.
Or it's about 3 or 4 different dudes and none of them, they produce a positive test, so they get that money from a handful of dudes.
Yep.
So she
Ghetto
done
hustle.
told, you know, 3, 4, 5 guys that she pregnant and they trying to dodge the child support, you know. So they give her the money. She anywhere from 500 to 2,500 and up.
Still going to
All
the
right.
chop shop.
And then
For
she
free.
gonna turn around and do it again. All right. But it says the march is a reprisal of the original Women's March days before President Trump elect Donald Trump's second inauguration. So they did it the first time he got in office, and now they're doing it again. All right. But that could be a problem if all these people, you know, because all these Trump supporters are getting ready to descend. If they happen to clash, if any of these people are still lingering. But it says 8 years after the first historic Women's March, at the start of Donald Trump's first term, marchers said that they were caught off guard by Trump's victory, and at the turn, that's when all these. Actually, I found it quite entertaining the way Americans were, you know, crashing out, and having meltdowns
It
on
was
the internet. But it says
crying in the car.
they were caught off guard by Trump's victory and determined now to show the support remains strong for women's access to abortion, for transgender people, for combating climate change and other issues. Jill Parrish of Austin, Texas said she initially bought a plane ticket to Washington for what she expected to be a Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris inauguration. She wound up changing dates to march in the protests ahead of Trump swearing in instead, saying the world should know that half of the U.S. voters didn't support Trump. Well, that's pretty much been the case for every president that's lost. In a lot of cases, it's usually very close. It's not, you know, that often when it's just a major landslide, you know. So, and the way these people have behaved have been really, really juvenile, right?
Yeah.
Especially women. Very juvenile, man.
You feminist.
And you women, you're going to have to understand, and that's the thing. They always want to pull out Christianity and Christian values, all right? You know,
Christian folk.
and use that, right? But then they turn around and they do the opposite of everything that the Bible says, like thou shalt not kill. Look, the moment I watched a video that I think the professor sent to me about some months ago, and it showed, you know, and I don't know who volunteers for shit like this, but it shows you the moment of conception. So we gonna wire up, you know, a man and woman got wires and shit on them, and they boning, right? And then he shoots his load, and bam, she gets pregnant, and it shows you how at the moment of conception there was actually a bright light.
Yep.
So life, okay.
Shit, I might sign up for this.
Before we read those other scriptures, somebody get is it 1st or 2nd Kings 8:19? Thou son shall come forth out of thy loins, shall build. Grab that real quick. All right, because life begins the moment the man carries life, not the woman. All right, the man puts life into the woman, and it's the woman's job to nourish that life. Okay, that's what the Lord set it up. That's how the Lord set it up. So life begins in your father's ball sack. And I know a lot of you Christians have an issue with that. Because every time you always hear some dumbass nigga saying, my mama made me. No, she did not. All right? Your mother incubated you. Your father made you. All right? Your mother incubated his seed. All right? And it's his child. Okay? And it's strange, too, how there's a complete imbalance in that in America. All right? When it comes to the, you know, because by the same wicked rights, a woman can go and murder a baby, or she can yet charge you to pay for this child. In some cases, they may not even be yours until proven otherwise.
In most cases.
All right, but you know, if a man has no desire to be a parent and a father and didn't agree to this, all right, why should he have to, you know, be that? If you know, especially since the child already belongs to the country anyway. That's why I have a birth certificate. And they'll say you're always trying to find some excuse to get out of. No, well, and then you fix your lips to say that, but then when a woman wants to kill the baby, it's no problem.
No.
Right?
Now I'm a toxic male.
And then most women don't want to have the. Well, I won't say most black women anyway.
Black.
But other women, you know, they'll typically only really have a baby when the guy's got something. The nigga woman is she'll let, you know, a bunch of poo butts bust in her. All right? She'll let, you know, Rudy Poodle ain't got nothing. She knew he had nothing. She'll let him bust in her, go in her raw, and shoot kids all in her. All right? And then turn around 10 years later and expect a guy who's actually got maybe got a house, an apartment, a good job, a pension, and all of a sudden she's expecting him
you better step
to
up.
take care, right?
Well, if you're not a real man.
Exactly. This shit is crazy, man. Somebody read that scripture, Bob Kashar. Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 18.
And why don't you come over here, brother? Yo, you brothers over there. Switch. Why don't you put my bag in that seat?
Don't be scared.
The camera's over here, brother.
Don't be scared.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, and verse 18. And Yahweh said unto David, my father, whereas it was in thine heart to build an house unto my name, thou didst well that it was in thine heart. Nevertheless, thou shalt not build the house, but thy son that shall come forth out of thy loins, he shall build the house unto my name.
And that's literally my favorite scripture on the subject matter, because even the dumbest moron should be able to get that. All right, it makes it so plain, you know, because Numbers 1 and 18 is plain too, but this one is even more so, because it's really they'll still try to argue with Numbers 1 and 18, but you can't. How read it again? How do you? Matter of fact, somebody get it in the NLT. I'm just anxious to hear. I've never read it in the NLT, so I'd like to know what it sounds
This is
like.
the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, and verse 19 in the NLT. But you are not the one to do it. One of your own sons will build the temple to honor me. That's all they say for that.
Oh, they left that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Esau got bogus on that one. Yeah.
He definitely got greasy.
Yeah, you go. He got his way out that jam. All right.
The definition of loin.
Bible shot.
Place that. Loin, the part of the body on both sides of the spine. It's like literary definition, the region of the sexual organs, especially when regarded as the source of erotic or procreative power.
The procreative power comes from the loins which a man has. So the fruit of your loins. So for all you dear mamas out there, you come from your damn father, right? Not your mother. Your father put you in your mother, and your mother incubated his seed. All right, so it's his child, his line, his lineage, his race. And if your mother happens not to be the same race as your father, there ain't no such thing as mixed. All right?
Right.
Whatever the father is, that's what you are. There is no more argument.
Hey, Zaquan, this is the NKJV. It says, nevertheless, you shall not build a temple, but your son who will come from your body, he shall build a temple from my name.
There it is, man. That lines right up with the, somebody could check that scripture they put up. That lines right up with what the King James said, man. Okay?
That's right. Then you had this lady. This is a black woman. I'm gonna say it.
There was a lot of comments on that, brother.
Yeah,
Lessons
talking about that jigaboo.
Lessons within lessons, but never mind.
And she's parading around these three dark-skinned brats, basically talking about we don't need black men to make black so-called black babies.
And so that's why she needs to shut the F
She
up.
did fuck up.
She
And she
needs
got
to
three big ass little brats. They brats kids talking about with her white husband. I said them just some dark-skinned brats.
Right,
Because that dude was an Edomite.
those
for
are
sure.
melanated Edomites, chocolate Edomites, just like Herod was. All right, a chocolate covered Edomite, man, just like T and Tamara. They cute, they're attractive women, but they still Edomites, man.
Going into slavery.
All right, and
Yes.
exactly that's the end result. They gonna be concubines. All right, as simple as that. All right, we asked about that.
Ezra.
Yeah.
With
this-
this,
with these
about
one-
that Nagar. That
Oh yeah, Bible
That too,
shop.
that witchcraft.
Yeah.
I got that.
You got it. Bible
This
shop.
is actually the etymology of the word augur. It says ancient Romans functionary whose duty was to observe and interpret species. And when I looked up that word species, it said basically a Greco-Roman religious practice of observing the behavior of birds to receive omens.
So it's some spiritual witchcraft shit. So you gonna wait on birds to fly around and decide what some shit gonna happen.
The omen,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, they used to do it where if the birds would eat, then it was gonna be a good like a good omen.
harvest.
Right. But if
Yeah.
the birds didn't, then they would be like, oh, then this ain't probably the person to rule over us. But what they would do is they wouldn't feed the birds, made their ass hungry as hell. So when they went to do it, the birds ate. So they're like, oh, you see, this
Yeah,
is
Or they can feed them and so they don't eat. They could control it either way.
Yeah.
So that's some bullshit. So they got an agent go in there and feed the shit out the birds. All right, or they make sure that they don't eat for days. All right, and then of course when you present the food, the bird's gonna eat. So that's
yeah.
that's Esau Edom, and the Romans were
It's witchcraft.
the ruling class people in Rome before it fell and became, when it was the pagan Roman Empire and before it became the Holy Roman Empire, the Roman Empire, when it was the pagan Roman Empire, was ruled by people who refer to themselves as white or Caucasian today. Those were the Edomites. The Edomites were the rulers of Rome when it was its worst. All right, before it fell and the melanated people took over and Jake became the new Roman emperors. All right, who became the Brits, the Scots, the Irish, and and Denmark, Sweden. Jake was all through there, all throughout the Dark Ages until Esau took it back over. All right, and that's factual. That's why so many relics that are left over there. But back to this inauguration and all the chaos that was going to ensue, because ICE is getting ready to move on people come Tuesday.
La migra.
All right, so it's going to start with the Northern Kingdom. But let's get that in 2nd Ezra's Bible shot.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee from before, then shalt thou understand that it is the same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing these times come, which is a signal that Yahweh Bashim Shai is on his way. Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For it's like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and the end is manifest.
I'm gonna go
Come
home
on,
in
man.
Parliament.
Yeah. Close that door, man.
Yeah, I like Parliament up there, man.
Parliament.
Yeah, man. So the Lord is visiting the world, right? We just had all them fires, and it's funny. One of kickboxing student came in and was like, and he's so in the world, he has no clue of anything. He's like, it was the weirdest shit. I've never seen anything like that. I grew up in California, and it's never been winds like that. And I'm just like agreeing with him. Yeah, that's crazy. He said, But I know, because look, I lived out in Cali for 10 years, man. And the only place that had gust winds, Chicago used to have gust winds like that all the time. Going back to the 80s and the 70s, it was normal for them to have gust wind storms come the fall, where it would blow, would tear the windows out of people's houses and homes, the high-rise buildings. It'd be damn screens flying all over the place. He used to have really crazy gust winds like that. That's why it's called the Windy City. All right, and that used to be normal, and it had something to do with the Lake Effect. And it always happened in the fall, right before the winter came. You got them crazy, when it was still kind of warm outside, when school started, And back in the day when I was a shorty, they used to have the salt boxes on the streets. You remember that, Warren G?
Yeah.
Them big gray salt boxes.
Yeah,
So
so
like
salt, everybody gets salt.
so it'd be like every other every other block on the major streets, not that side streets, but on major streets, had a salt box. Because, niggas would sit on top of it.
Yeah, that's what we do.
But you lift it up and it was salt in there. It was full of salt. I remember the gust winds being so bad it was ripping the sock boxes off the top. And I remember me and my best friend hold on to the sock box. We was like flags. The wind was blowing so hard that we were holding on like what the fuck, and it's like literally blowing us in the wind, man. I mean, you know, we was what, probably about, you know, 10 or 11. We was little as hell, man. That wind's, you know, when you 11 years old, what you about 50, 60 pounds maybe?
If that.
Right, you know, so you got, right, so you got damn near, you know, 85, 90 mile per hour winds. Right, because I remember we got home and we got in trouble for being out in that, you know. So, but that's normal in this part of the country. That's not normal on the West Coast. Just like you had tornadoes out on the East Coast. They don't get tornadoes and shit in New York.
Right.
All right, and they had so everything's out of place. All right, and so Isaiah 29 and
Yep.
yeah, and then Isaiah 28. All right, and so because it talks in those scriptures about a fire tempest. What's that? That's like a fire tornado.
Yeah.
Or tornado. That's fire. And so you got this shit blowing this, and not to mention, you know, you won't mention that all kind of evidence is coming out that, you know, that this might have been, you know, the Mountain Dew that they might have used from the heavens. That DEW thing that they have. All right, and then all of a sudden you got 100-mile-per-hour winds in a place that never had 100-mile-per-hour winds. At the same time, the Mountain Dew was being shot from the heavens. All right, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's just Esau's getting real sloppy, man.
Yeah.
He's getting real sloppy because that's all that everyone is talking about. And shutting down TikTok is not going to stop that from happening. By the way, all right. All you did, now they fucked up because there's some new thing that China put out that everyone's running to from TikTok, and they all going to this new. So now Americans really are dealing with Chinese, and the Chinese are showing them the real China and all the shit we don't get to see, and not just the propaganda shit that the news made us see. You understand? So it completely backfired.
Yeah.
It completely backfired, man. So there really is no more wisdom left in teaming, man. That's the thing, is that Esau be DTM. He be doing too damn much, and he be fucking himself up. All right, there really is no wisdom left in teaming. But go ahead and bring out that scripture.
This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Yeah, that was the flame of devouring fire, because Doc was telling me that his house was in the middle of that, his father's house. And that he spent the whole time he was there, they only had power one day.
In California?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right.
And that and he was out there every day cleaning out his father's pool. I was like, damn, it's like he was back at home on punishment. He was like, yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. He had to go do chores and shit. Right? Like, get your ass out there and clean out the pool. God damn, am I 12 again? What the fuck? This is some bullshit. No, he had to go out there. He had to go out there and clean up. Right. And I guess the fire was all around them, and they were in the middle of that. All right. And at any moment, the winds could have shifted, and it just could have, you know, because he said he was about, his old man's house was about 3 miles from the place where they were giving suggestions that you should probably leave your home or burn to death.
Fuck.
Yeah. And it's a fucked up feeling, man, when you call 911. And I've lived through that. I've experienced that, calling 911, and 911 told me, we can't help you. There is no one coming for you. That you gotta band together and try to survive and get out of there the best way you can, and try to make it to the morning. We'll send help, but there is no one coming for you. And I'm looking at the phone like, the fuck? Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. So yeah, man. And I mean, it wasn't a fire situation; it was a snow situation, but it was pretty bad, man. All right. A freak storm that came out of nowhere, and a lot of Edomites died that day. Okay, but the Lord delivered us. Sent the damn white woman.
Sweet.
With a big ass, gigantic,
Sweet white.
oversized, big ass truck. Yep.
Look, man, I know what is right.
Yep. Betsy from Black Forest, and Black Forest full of number of rich people. Yep. And Bessie called me for years after that too, trying to get up with me. No, Betsy. Sorry.
And it's not because she was white. It's not because of that. We dealing with the white woman. Kendrick
No,
Lamar
it
niggas
was funny
watching the
because she was
videos.
very standoffish, but the spirit, Lord put the spirit on her. And then after, after she gave us a ride, and then all the scriptures started coming out, she just was like, damn.
It's a black ice.
She was like, oh shit. Well, I'm newly divorced.
I'm gonna my ass right down there, man. Shit. GMS murder. Ice Storm murder. Shit, you a better man than me, shit.
She was like, damn. Well, I'm sorry, I had a poster stand. There won't be no GMS Black Forest. Right. We the only GMS camp in a rich ass town. Who the fuck is these niggas, man?
Shit, that Murphy with his ass right out there. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah. You call for another one? It was Isaiah.
He had read 29.
29 to 28.
Okay. I got Isaiah 66. That's not what you call for, though.
No, he read 29 and 6.
You call for something else.
So 28 and 2.
I got it.
Con.
Two? Okay.
It's Isaiah 28 and verse 2. Behold, the Lord have a mighty and strong one, which is a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand.
Yeah. So and that's exactly what's been happening. Non-stop, man. All right. So when you just add everything up, all right, like I'm looking at an article now that says, FUCK, the Israeli, Free America from AIPAC, Palestine. So I'm gonna click on this. All right, hold on. Wait. This is the Edomite speaking. So hold on. Let me turn it up so everybody can hear it. All right. And this is from Breezy Politics. It says, "Free America from AIPAC, fire, Palestine, Israel, politics, USA, UK, Congress." And those are all the hashtag. And this is Dave Smith at the Jewish American Libertarian Party. So this is him speaking. So let's.
That's who they are, okay? America is not threatened by anyone, okay? We have two giant oceans around us, a gigantic nuclear arsenal. The idea that anyone can even convince you that Iran poses some threat to the United States of America, all these wars are bullshit. The wars support peace.
So he's like, the hell with all of them. He wants them all out of this country. And a lot of people are feeling that way. A lot of Americans are waking up to that. Why do the Israelis have so much control? AIPAC, ADL, you name them, man. All right? The one I just read on here, the Jewish Libertarian Party, So people are sick and tired and they fed up with it. And I don't know if you brothers are aware of it, but Netanyahu just fell out with Trump.
Damn.
Perfect.
And Netanyahu is not invited to Trump's inauguration because he turned around and said he wasn't going. Something came up, but it was like you didn't get an invite, so of course you weren't going.
Yeah,
right?
do with that ceasefire.
So it had that one it's something with the ceasefire, something with I don't know the whole details, but I know that Trump is like, no, there's going to be a two-state. Palestine's going to be there because Trump advisors are probably telling him supporting Israel is tearing apart NATO and the EU. All right, so they're house divided, and so NATO and the EU is for the simple fact that America is the one that destroyed those Russian pipelines, was fucked over Germany. Germany was the strongest of the 10 toes. All right, Germany was supplying oil to the rest of the European nations around it. All right, and so now Germany is still getting oil from Russia, but it costs them way much more because they have to do all this extra shit to get it over there now. when you had a pipeline that it went directly, but Americans destroyed it. So Germany, everybody knew that America did it. All right, now the facts has come out. They found explosives and all kind of shit. It's beyond, you know, and even Biden warned that something would happen to that pipe.
You're right.
The whole the insurance joke last week, you know.
Yeah.
He spoke some fucking mafia shit, you know. They roll up on your business talking about, you know, you need insurance. You know, you'd be sad if something happened to your, you know, to your establishment.
He probably made that joke by accident.
You know. So that's basically what, you know. So what they did was they went out, you know, and did the whole mafia thing on them, destroyed their shit because they weren't paying the insurance, man. All right, said I want to have to come back here, you know. And so they came back there and they did what they did, man. All right, and it ended up fucking over their partners though, because the American political mafia machine, along with the Israeli political mafia machine, they were all in bed with all these EU and NATO nations, and these EU and NATO nations, they have to participate in these sanctions that hurt them, because just because you want to put sanctions on this brother, all right, because I don't like him. Yeah. And I'm like, well, you got to put sanctions on him, and everybody else doing business with him, and it's fucking them over. Yeah. You know, and that's pretty much, you know, I'm just trying to explain it in the most layman terms, and that's what they're doing. Man, they put all these sanctions that backfired and drove Russia and China together, which we know was the Lord doing that. Right. It drove Russia and China together, and now it's doing it to all these other nations, man. And that's why so many nations, including American allies, America's lost Turkey. All right, so the Turks are now with BRICS. All right, Iran is now with BRICS. So you fuck with Iran, you fucking with BRICS. And BRICS actually has the strength and the firepower to destroy America. BRICS is ahead of America with its currency. It has its own digital currency already set up and being used, but the difference being is that the BRICS digital currency is backed by gold, where America is backed by nothing, and Trump is getting ready to come right in and bring the digital currency. One of the first things he's gonna do. All right? And then all of a sudden, so when you start looking at putting all the puzzle pieces together, the firestorms, and then right after these firestorms to destroy all this oceanfront property, just like it did in Maui, all of a sudden the plans for smart cities pop up. Yep. And how the smart cities gonna be controlled? By the MOTB. All right? So when you start putting everything together, man, what you're looking at is angry mobs of America who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. All right? And you still got the ones who got the racial issues, and they blaming them. No, it's all, look, the blame is so-called white people. Point blank period. That's it. Especially those ones that are in charge. That's it. All right? And so in their own hateful, racist ways have finally caught up to them and hurt them to the fact where it's hurting their own people. All right? That's exactly what's happening in a nutshell, because the everyday so-called white man is now suffering the same things that they suffer like niggas and spiggers now. Yeah. Right. Especially the ones up in the Appalachian Mountains after that hurricane. You know, whoever the fuck heard of up high level, way above sea level, mountain cities fucking flooding. That it always floods at sea level, man. The places that sit right at sea level, where the sea just roll right in. Ocean waters ain't climbing fucking hills. You know, so look, man, this man is cold busted, man. He's exposed. All right.
I got some support there.
Okay, we'll get that. Somebody get Second Ezra. I mean, not Second Ezra, but Sirach 14:5. He that is evil to himself.
Yeah, this is what the elder was going into. This is Isaiah 14. It says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations." And this is what the elder was going into. Everybody's completely against America. There's no turning back. Y'all have become a part of the main destruction path that's coming your direction. It says, "All they shall speak is saying to thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?" And that's what happened. All of the people have joined the BRICS nations. They've changed sides. Your currency is irrelevant. Now that dollar's through, you have no more strength. Your strength was when you're able to, put everybody under your thumb with your money. You know what I mean? With your what's that they call that banking system y'all had?
Yeah.
And the weapons
With
too.
with the fractional reserve banking.
Right.
Right. And and then you were able to use usury and all manner of wickedness, racism, and selective usury on top of that.
Exactly.
You were able to allow this person to get credit in this one. You were able to draw the lines where this neighborhood got stuff and this neighborhood didn't, and then you created ghettos. You raise up other neighborhoods, and then when the ghetto then you realize that, well, you know what, this ghetto is really close to our downtown area. Right?
Right.
So then you start building it up, and moving into it, all right? And then you start trying to force people to, you take the taxes up. They can no longer afford the same shit you did in Humble Park, the same shit you're doing in Pilsen.
Yep.
And you the same shit you did in many other places. All right? So you got, and the people that can hold out and still live in their places, they live there. But it makes it just this is just all unrighteous, because the truth of the matter is, unless you live in a state like Texas, where they give, I think it's called allodial titles, if I'm not mistaken, you forever rent payer, because they'll give you the title of a homeowner, but you don't really own your home, because once you paid for your home is paid for, now you got to pay taxes, which is rent, or another mortgage to stay in your fucking home.
It's the land deed.
All right.
They charge you, yes, because you don't own the land. You own the crib, so they can keep on taxing.
They can keep taxing you, and I think in Texas, that's the only place when you buy
the land.
When you buy a home, you're buying that land is yours. And here they don't do that. So basically, your house is on my land. So that makes you a perpetual. And that was another thing with the people who switched over to that app. The Chinese are telling them, you're not free. You people have the illusion of freedom. And Americans are starting to see that. So they fucked themselves by messing with TikTok. And they've actually went and enlightened a bunch of people who are completely numb and fucking sleep. Too busy trying to do stupid ass Tupac dances and shit.
Yeah.
Right. Trying to do all that shit. Right. Now you got the dancing ass nigga reading.
It's fucked up.
It's just that fuck. We fucked up, Bob. Yeah, you did. All right, go ahead, brother.
I got a quick one for you, Zaquan. This Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of the wine, therefore the nations are mad. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Hey, in America, the inflation is going up higher. Hey, they're printing cash back to back to back. Hey, the money is failing. These people are realizing that. And in the fall of TikTok, it's just a domino effect, because now they're realizing how fucked up America is and how advanced these other countries are. And now it's gotten to the point where this is going to cause sedition. All right, and it's just backing up everything that the Elder Malcolm was saying, man.
Mm-hmm. And I got this video. I'm going to walk up to the camera and show. I don't think there's any words to it, but it's basically it shows you a soldier walk on his porch with a phone, and his shirt says "I served." All right, so you know he was a veteran, and he walks up to his American flag and neatly rolls it up, and then he pulls out a black flag, the American flag, but it's all black, and hangs it up. This shit about to go down, man. So yeah, I'll let you brother see it first. All right. Right, so he rolling that flag up, and he got on his "I served" shirt. Look at me putting out that black flag. Black flag is a flag of war, that you a pirate, that you against the powers that be. You right? So that's what you see what he did?
Yeah.
So he rolled up the American flag, and this is what he did. I'm gonna bring it up to the cameras for the audience to see.
Damn.
Since we don't have our computer, gotta put everything on the big screen here. But yeah, that's some heavy shit, man. Let me run it back.
We've been dancing with the devil
They already know they dancing with the devil.
This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
He said, God, we need you now. I'm fucking with this song too.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's spiritual.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
got a scripture to support that, because that was heavy right there. This is Isaiah 19.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a lesson just on that. But here you go, brother. Just hit the. You turn it down. So.
Yeah, it was Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And what the elder just put up, man, is just these times are so bad for America. It's never going to come back. Like the other brother just read, Babylon won't be healed. You have stolen everything from your people, poisoning your people, killing your people, and you continue to think they're gonna bow down, but they through with it. They played the puppet master for so long.
And that's exactly what this veteran is showing you.
Yeah.
So we've been dancing with the devil for too long.
Yeah, he played the puppet master for so long.
And he rolled up that flag, and he put up that black flag.
And then with a lot of these vets, like I had to check this one Kmart morning, but I ain't really want to get too deep with her, not in that way, but because I definitely want to get deep. But nevertheless, I told her, I said, wait a minute. So y'all all in the ruckus about this, right? I said, so you pro-America? Of course. You pro-America? I said, there's a war going outside. I don't vote for anybody. I believe in the Lord. I told her, I said, I don't vote for any side. I believe in the Lord. I say, check this out. You think the people that supported Kmart gonna go over there and fight them Russians? You think the people in these rallies cutting their hair, all these freaks, all these vape smokers, gonna go fight these North Koreans? What you think gonna happen when them Chinese, them Russians, and all them fucking Arabs come over here and rush this bitch? You think the people that support Kamala Harris gonna be the ones that grab an M16 and slap on that hard hat? You out your fucking mind. And see, a lot of these Americans who went over there and fought war understand that. And that's why they just like, fuck America. All right? I was talking to this one cat yesterday, a Mexican cat from Mexico. He been up here for like 6 years now. But his cousin was born up here. And they both about my age. And this a little younger. This bitch going to join the army, sending him pictures. She's shooting motherfuckers in the ass with a 50 cal and shit like that. And I said, she's gonna die. In my head, I said, this bitch finna die. And he said she wanted to do it. I said, no, she didn't. He said she wanted to do it. I said, no, she didn't. I said, why she do it? He said, because she like it. I said, no, she don't. He said, you right. She joined the army to get her parents' papers. So they kicking people out the country, but they'll let you fight in the army to get your parents some papers. I got this real quick. Damn. This is Isaiah 13:11. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and cause the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And that's what we watching happen right before our eyes. It said, I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man the golden wedge of a foreign. That's talking about the elect men. Because outside of the elect, ain't nobody on the planet men. All right? They might be some males or some dudes. They might have a little dick or something, but they ain't no men. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep, that no man taketh up, and every man shall turn to his own people and flee, every one into his own lane. And that's the time that we living in right now, because the money is becoming nothing. All right? People clicking with their own people, and they getting their ass out this fucking country. It said, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined to them shall fall by the sword. So you niggers want to get out with Kmart, or like this one monkey made a rap song talking about Donald Trump gonna save America and we gonna get on. You're going to die by the sword right here in the polluted land. You're gonna die polluted death too. It's saying that children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. That's the time we coming into. Cause it ain't no going back. The gears are turning.
Right.
The gears are turning. There ain't no. It's not like this when it just goes. It goes here, 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 here.
And you even got now. I'm gonna play this one now. This is another video that I downloaded from TikTok. Cause they ain't gonna get rid of all these. But this is of a nigga mad about TikTok. But the flip side of the coin is that it goes to show you the sentiment that people have. All right. This dude is talking about he ain't gonna ride for shit that's important.
Right.
But he ready to ride. He ready to ride on Esau
For
TikTok.
That's his goal.
But and that's what he gonna tell
That's
you.
his deal.
Let's let you play him. So niggas gonna die for stupid shit and not die for something. If you gonna die, man, let it be for something that's actually worthy of death. All right. But you know, I'm gonna ride for TikTok. Fuck that. Who you read? What you gonna run up in City Hall? But here we go, man. This
man.
clown ass nigga, man.
Niggas, man.
Start them riots is the title of it.
Yeah.
So.
Now, all jokes aside, the government think we pussy or some shit. What you mean? Y'all don't like TikTok, so no more TikTok. Who the fuck is that niggas? You telling me January 19th at 12 o'clock TikTok not gonna be on my phone? Are you good? I'm not jacking. I don't believe that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even in denial. I'm just know they not about that, bro. They not finna take this shit, bro. You know who we got young niggas. You thought them white people that ran up in the Capitol in January of last year was crazy? Don't even worry about it. We got young niggas and shiesties. We got the shiesty boys. Look them out. It's a national security threat coming from outside the country. Oh, you want a national security threat in the country? Take TikTok off my phone. Take TikTok off niggas' phones. You gonna see a beamer flying into the White House. I scroll on TikTok. I scroll on TikTok when I wake up. I scroll on TikTok while I'm thinking. What the fuck you want me to do if you take TikTok? I think we fine. We not fine. They're not finna just take this shit. Okay, what the
Did
fuck
I say it?
my time? It's productive. It's not fun.
Take these niggas' phone with his own.
This TikTok, bitch. Y'all take this shit away. The whole country's finna look like California. We all like trying to go get our data. Bitch, I'm a creator on the app. They got my social. Don't give them my data. Fuck. They must not have seen my For You page. I built this shit. Me.
Folly, bro.
I'll be damned if I let y'all tear it down. Just 'cause y'all don't like the way another nigga walk.
Folly.
So, but he was dead ass serious.
Yeah, he
This
is.
nigga ready to get his AR and run into the White House.
And get smashed.
Exactly. His ass gonna get, lit up like a bad game of what's it, GTA? Because I can't play GTA for shit. I tried it. All I did was crash and get shot up. That's gonna be this nigga. Right? It's like, damn, man, how the fuck this guy?
It was a video of a Jake who basically he upped the gun to shoot it, but when he shot it, he first upped it up but sideways, so he's all like. Then he like reloads it, and then it's still sideways, and it's like
he ain't hit shit.
He didn't hit shit, no.
That's the niggas he talking about. We got young niggas and shiesties.
Right.
Man, them was Edomites. All right, the Proud Boys and all that shit. Those were
Them niggas
Edomites.
know how to shoot too.
Yeah.
They ain't missing when they shoot at something. They hitting it.
And Esau just ain't finna open fire on them. Come y'all ass up there and see what happens. You gonna get mowed the fuck down.
Exactly.
They
terrified the young niggas. So we got YNs and shiesties. Them the worst type of right. They gonna meet your ass with hot ass lead coming down range, nigga.
Some shit ain't none of y'all
they gonna be restraint. They gonna have restraint against Brad and them to a certain extent, because Brad and them about to get it too. But going back to January 6th, there was a lot of restraint on Brad and them, and then none of the facts surrounding that, because it looked like doors was opened up and.
So it's cheap.
They would,
yeah.
Like security officers were like, this way.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like, from the videos that I saw.
But let you niggas come up there. Go ahead.
Hey, Murph, these the same niggas that's 5'7", 130, skinny jeans. With a shiesty on.
The heaviest thing on your body is your fucking dread.
Right. and they can run real fast for about a quarter of a block. They fast as fuck. After that, they win it because they vape and smoke too much.
Their pants hanging down.
And they
too.
pants hanging down. That's why they always getting caught.
Putting a
I mean, how many videos you gotta see on the internet of niggas getting knocked out and then they ass out, literally, because your pants down here, you can't move your legs, and then you get faded and you fall and you look stupid.
Sagging skinny jeans.
They just showed a young boy
That shit's
here.
fire.
Police flipped that nigga upside down and held his ass with one hand. It's a video on TikTok.
Yeah,
You niggas are not ready, man.
Damn.
They told that nigga stop selling drugs, nigga. You not ready. He flipped that nigga upside down with one hand, looked like you, Merc. Had the nigga upside down with one hand, shaking his pockets. On TikTok.
Nigga
Big
stop
Smoke
selling.
Jake picked his little ass up, flipped him upside down, shaking that nigga. You niggas not ready,
He had
man.
he had to make a payment.
Make a payment. It was so fucking funny.
Nigga, you gotta pay the, cause don't you know the cops on them corners? You ain't working for him, cause hey, police officers are selling guns and drugs all across America. Don't make me bring out the receipts,
Definitely.
right? They selling drugs and guns, and so if you selling some drugs, nigga, you better be working for one of them cops, cause he roll up on you, you on his corners. All right.
You better be working for Alonzo.
Right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Shit's
All right.
solid.
Yeah, man, but shit getting real, man. It's getting really real out there. Ain't no time for man. Only people messing around is Jake dumbass, man. Everybody is serious about this. Edomites are prepping. Other heathens are prepping. You know, and not that that's gonna save you, but on the carnal side, on the logical side, it makes sense if you don't know no better.
I mean, they don't
You
know
know?
the Lord.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. So on the
Yeah.
carnal level, it may, you know, at least they have the sense that, damn,
A nigga don't know what's
I might
going
need
on.
some food. Shit, maybe I should set some money aside for food. Maybe I should stack some water. You know, and so Edomites are doing that, man. Jake ass, they just trying to get the new Jordans, the new PlayStation,
Definitely.
a bag of weed,
Yeah.
and yo bitch.
God, no.
Not their own bitch. It's got to be somebody else bitch. Because why? Because guess what? That other dude bitch always going. All right? That's the wickedness of Jake, man. All right? Because these women out here ain't shit, man. You can't, you know, I had a friend in the Marine Corps, he used to always say that I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. I'm like, well, damn, how far can you throw a woman? You can't really, as far as you trust her?
They be heavy as shit.
You know? Right. He's right. Damn, right. These big buffalo ass, wide shoulder look, narrow hip, linebacker looking
Mark
ass.
Henry body bitch.
Right. Looking like Mark Henry. Damn.
Somebody go get that.
Upside down.
But you holding
bowling
something? Bring it up.
Yeah, I was holding that. Ash. This 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh,
That's right.
and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword."
Yes. So when you start thinking about all these post-apocalyptic movies, you know, and some of the crazy shit you seeing, there was one that was really good that came out a couple years ago with that little blonde broad. It was one of all the different gangs in the different states. You know, they had like the Cherries. It was the sniper. There was a bunch of bitches that were snipers. They had the Amble dudes. The people, you know, what was the name of that damn movie? It just showed you America all broken up. Kate Bosworth. Somebody look up post-apocalyptic movie with Kate Bosworth. That movie was wild as hell, man. It really was. All right? And how that couple went across country because she wanted to go back home. And they had to drive through all these gangs' territories and shit. All right? And the shit was just crazy, man. When there is no rule of law. Now, granted, we know better that it would never get to that. But the problem is that it's going to be like that before the return of the Lord. So all that can be moments
The
away.
domestics.
The domestics. Con. That movie right there, that was a good ass movie too, man. It was very disturbing and very realistic, all right, and showed you how how brutal it's gonna be out here and how women were the #1 commodity, all right. Because if you had a woman, all right, and there was a bunch of men around that were not with you, they were taking your woman, all right, and they were either gonna use her for their own pleasure, or they were gonna add her to their collection to sell, buy, and trade. All right. That's how they was getting down, man. All right. Every other woman you saw was in fucking handcuffs. All right.
Hey, you remember when that dude, that preacher dude at the Septon, the niggas on Game of Thrones who saved the Hound, the Septon?
Yeah.
And them 3 red dudes, the Hound they ended up killing. He said they'll be back. He said, we don't have no money. We sharing our food. The Hound said, you got women. They'll be back. And when he left, the niggas came back and killed him.
Yep.
He said, you got women.
Exactly.
They'll be back.
He said, right, you got women. Women are a commodity. All right.
That's the
And
first
a
thing
lot of
he
these
said.
women are gonna find it out the hard way. You done married this wimpy ass dude, right? Well, you wait till the lights go out. All right.
Soft.
You know. You done married the dudes you can overtalk, overpower, and everything else. He gonna be useless to you when that time comes.
I got a precept.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might has failed. They became as women.
Right, and that's just like Murph was saying, man. You got a generation of vape smoking liberals. Right. Because this is not the same generation that they sent off to Vietnam. That they sent off to Korea, man.
Right.
I was watching the school workouts of the school kids in the 60s.
Right.
You thought you was looking at Marine Corps boot camp or some shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, the way that they were doing the sit-ups and push-ups and dips and running and climbing and doing obstacle
Pulling the
courses
bar.
and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Right. It's like, damn, this was school. And it's another thing. You go back and you look at videos from the 50s, the 60s, of those old black and white videos of society and of school.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that you didn't see a whole bunch of chubby and fat people, man.
No.
All right, you start looking at imagery of families, family gatherings and shit from the 70s, and then you look at family gatherings today. All the women got on 5X t-shirts.
Especially if they
The men got on 4 and 5X t-shirts.
Yeah.
All right, you know, back fat Betty, and then how they say goodbye. You know how you say goodbye and then it's shake too.
Oh my God.
This shit, right? They say goodbye.
Oh, man.
Right. You know.
Damn.
And this shit, you got on a 5X, and you a woman with a 5X fucking t-shirt on, and it's fucking tight around here. Right? And this shit wiggling, when you wiggle your hand, this shit saying bye too. It's like, why you say goodbye twice?
The brief snore. They got the
You
brief
know?
snore.
So things, right, exactly. So that's what we're dealing with, man. A bunch of out of shape, weakened bodied, you know, liberals, man. Meanwhile, you look at the videos of the way these Russian soldiers train. You look at them Dagestan niggas. You look at them niggas from the stand, man.
Bruh.
You don't want it with them, man. All them dudes with the fucked up ears. All right,
Leave
be
them
fucking
alone.
grappling with bears and shit. They learn fucking ankle picks and takedowns at 3 years old. Be wrestling their whole fucking life.
Yeah.
And then they throw a gun in their hand. They can break it down, take it apart. You don't
They
want it
teach
with them
that in
dudes, man.
school too, the gun curriculum.
Man, you don't want it with these people, man.
They
And
teach
these
that.
are the people that are coming for your ass, man.
Yup.
All right? You think you tough? You think Pookie and them with they switches? If you ain't 2 feet in front of them, they ain't hit you.
God, no.
All right? Right? And them Dagestan dudes gonna roll up on your ass and get close. And they gonna enjoy breaking your ass up. And while you laying there dead, having their way with your woman. Because they don't want you dead yet. They want you to hear the
black,
shit.
brother. DC's black crazy man, brother.
All right. So you got killers coming this way, man. And if you don't have the covering of the Lord, man, Second Ezra 16:73, one of my favorite scriptures, man. Because we go, all these guys is running their mouths, man. We gonna find out who the Lord is really with when that time comes.
That's
man.
right.
And you had this rapper by the name of Ben 10 that was affiliated with NBA Youngboy, and he said that there should be a whole state with nothing but killers, and they should all just let us all kill each other. But hey, Esau might let that shit really happen. He might send them.
Well, that's the purge.
Right.
The purge.
That's the purge, man.
These niggas want to purge. Hey, the scriptures say your own words will condemn you.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Well,
That's right.
Esau gonna get his purge on. They didn't make all them purge movies for nothing, and them movies was a huge success, man. To the fact that they even had a spin-off. They had a show, a series, a two-season, two-part series, man, on just the purge. All right, so you have 5 movies, all right, 5 purge movies and 2 cable series. All right. You know, if you've never seen the purge, you know, I suggest that you watch it, man. Because it'll definitely put you in the right mindset, you know, especially you people who are squeamish.
Yeah.
All right. And the series was one of the worst ones because what was cool about the series that it explained a lot about a particular mask that you see in the movies, how that mask became popular and why it happened, and the crazy Edomite that was responsible for doing it. All right. And how Esau is just evil because when they let him into that hospital. All right, they got him unconscious. All right, and all of a sudden all the doctors was missing. This nigga woke up and started killing all the doctors and nurses and dragging them into a room. And then when the doctor confronted him, he was like, "I saved you," and the dude was like, "You probably shouldn't have did that." You know, right? That was your first mistake. You know. Bible Kashaf, brother. 16 and 73.
Oh, that was 1673.
Oh yeah, that's that 14 and 5. No, that still applies to. It's all to Esau's wickedness. But go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 4. He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods riotously.
Right, so that's how you know Esau's gonna lose everything. Going back to the land grabs, you know, to the pioneers and the colonizers, all right, all the way up until now.
And that's that scripture let you know too that he's storing it up for us, like them bunkers and shit like that. It's gonna be elect men that find this shit.
Yep, it sure is, man.
That's
Esau,
what that goes into.
and then they even show you in the movie Homestead exactly what I've been warning of. All these billionaires with these because these billionaires are pussies, man. Ain't no tough billionaires, man.
Nope.
They business, all right. And what they do is they go out and they hire real tough guys. They go out and hire the Navy SEAL, Marine Force Recon, Army Green Beret type cats, you know, fucking British Royal Marine type niggas, you know, the Gurkha troops. They go and hire guys like this, retired, call them mercenaries. They hire them for security. And I kept saying, well, they gonna hire all these guys and they gonna get together and take over your shit.
Yeah.
It'll be like, it's like, man, this nigga got a fine ass wife, fine ass daughters, all these women up in this compound, and he the boss. Man, fuck that. They gonna take that shit from you, man. And they kind of shows you that in Homestead. All right, in the Homestead movie, one of the security forces guys didn't like the way things was being done, and he's like, man, how long are we gonna listen to this guy before we just take over and run this shit ourselves? So that's what's gonna happen to a lot of these millionaires and billionaires. They're gonna hire these mercenaries, and guess what? You gonna come and enter into a room one of these days, and the mercenary gonna be in there clapping your wife. Yep. Yep, and she gonna be with it. You know, because you know these bitches ain't shit, man.
Facts.
She gonna be with it, cause she like, I want to survive, right? And so she gonna be with him. I remember that video came out a couple years ago. The one was talking about, I don't even care if you got 6 figures anymore, and she was kind of cute too. So I want to know, can you hunt? Can you fight? Can you shoot? Can you build a fire? Can you fish? Can you build a shelter for a bitch? A bitch would shut her mouth and submit for that, because this shit is about to get crazy. Yeah. There was a video where this chick was talking like that, man. Now those weren't her words exactly, but that was around about what she said, man.
Yeah.
All right, because she realized that this corny nigga with the Beamer All right, in a 401k, which is about to get taken away, he ain't gonna be shit. But this old rugged ass, big bearded, hair on his chest, 6-pack motherfucker who throwing axes and shit, that's going ice fishing,
So true.
building shelters in the woods in the middle of the fucking cold in the winter. That's the dude I need to be with when the shit go down. All right, and if and even that guy ain't gonna be no help to you if the Lord's not with him.
Yup.
All right, because eventually he gonna be overtaken by someone just like himself,
Yup.
or a bunch of cowards that's gonna outnumber him and go after him that way.
Yep.
I got a precept.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so a man is specifically a man of the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, the chosen men. All right, they're gonna be as gold in these last days, man. All right, they're not gonna be just every other guy out here, man. All right, that's why these women that Isaiah 4:1 is gonna play out, man. All right,
Absolutely.
because these women are gonna be looking for a hiding place.
Back him up. Somebody get it in Matthew.
All right,
I think it's 19 and 30, if I'm not mistaken.
they're gonna be looking for a covering place, man, somewhere to hide. All right, and it's us men. All right, the ones that are hoping and praying on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to deliver us in these last days.
Right.
If we endure until the end, that's the women that are gonna flock unto the men of the Lord, man.
Exactly.
All right.
And a lot of you women are so defiled out there. I don't care how pretty you are, you're because some of the women that are being chosen by the elect men, they're not that pretty at all. I don't even, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm a man. I like a pretty woman. I like big ass, big titties. I'm really a lip man myself. I got something about lips. But everybody got their thing, But nevertheless, man.
Back up, bitch arms.
But nevertheless, none of that is going to matter, all right? Because I'm really looking at the spirit of a woman. True. At this point, I don't even because I see fine women every day, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Over these last, some of these brothers are can be witnesses to it. I've turned down fine women.
Yep.
I've walked away. I'm good.
I just told you earlier
Right?
I had to turn one down because the baggage was too much, too great.
Man,
God, I remember I was on the line. I was mad as hell over that damn Ephraimite. And that pretty green-eyed sister came up to the camp just to see me.
I remember.
Man.
I remember.
Yeah,
the
she
day.
came up to
I
camp
was standing
just
right
to
there.
see me.
She
She
told me
was
that
like,
she
I'm
came
here
to
for
see
him.
damn.
You know?
That shit was real. I said she looking for somebody.
But I was so angry over that what was going on with that betrayal and that wickedness. I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. So I looked at her and I was like, hey, how you doing, sister? And I just kept on like she wasn't there. And then when I calmed down, I was like, damn, I should have.
Right.
And I was so mad, but you know that I just, in the spirit of the Lord, I claimed it and kept it going because I didn't have time for her anyway, man. And I keep telling you brothers, that you're going to look. The women, all right, the real women of the Lord know that they're going to be one of many wives, man. It's written. It's not me just saying that because it sounds good, it sounds cool. The Lord set it up like that. And the real women that really believe, they know this to be true. And they have no problem with it.
What you've been
They
saying,
want to get in where they fit in.
Yep.
All right?
and you've been saying the women that's on your comment boards.
The women on your comment boards, you got women that are watching you, brothers, and a lot of those women are gonna be because they're watching for a couple. They're watching to be edified, and they also watching because they're connected to you.
Yep, dude. And that's what the one sister told me. She was like, "Man, I watch you," and I said, "Why you like me?" She said, "Because I've been watching you for 4 years, and you're real."
There it is.
She said, "You real. You don't play. You don't hold a bunch of. You passionate, and just know that the Lord knows how to set you up. It'll be all in due time." You know what I'm saying? I gotta make a move real quick because I gotta go get my daughter.
I knew y'all wasn't finished.
I know.
For us, I said something strange.
No, I gotta make a move real quick.
I got a precept for you, Zaquan.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Malachi 3:18. It says, "Then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and him that serveth him not." All right. So when those times come, man, we're gonna be able to discern between those women that are really on the right spirit and those women that really are on some bullshit, man.
Let's
They're gonna
go.
be rejected and they're gonna be as that mire in the streets, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be a lot of really pretty women that get tossed to the wolves.
Yeah.
Men of the Lord are going to say no, are not going to pick them. And physically, they look.
There's a lot of them too.
It's a lot of them. All right.
It's a lot of them.
So it's a lot of them. And so and what was the warning I've been telling you for at least for over a decade? Finally,
Carousel.
the carousel's about to ride you.
That's right.
All right, you women been riding the carousel, having fun, jumping from animal
wanna
to
ride
animal,
this
horse
one.
to horse, man to man. You've been on that cop carousel, and now you about to get thrown into a dark place where the cop carousel gonna take turns riding you.
That's right.
All right, and it's not gonna be pretty. All right, they're gonna be smacking you and beating you and putting cigarettes out on you and tagging the next dude in. All right, smoking weed, ain't showered, funk. All right, so you're right, and making you
Smelling like Badussi.
yep, and you're gonna be choking down. You're gonna be choking down all they seed too, because they're gonna be feeding it to you. All right, it's gonna get really brutal and disgustingly just ugly out here, man.
The only protein shit.
All right. Yep, that's right.
Protein shot.
Right. You don't get food, you get protein shots. That's it. Maybe some water. You guys gonna be chained to a damn pipe in a basement somewhere on a dirty mattress. And 5-10 guys at a time will go down there. And when that 5-10 guys come back up out of the basement, all right, the next 5-10 guys gonna go down there. All right. And then if you get lucky, you're gonna get some company. They're gonna bring another girl and chain her right next to you.
Yep.
All right. To take the burden. All right. And it's gonna be brutal, man. All right. So you're gonna be a victim of your own devices. Mark my words. I'm saying this, but I'm telling you in the spirit, it's going to happen to some of you. All right.
Most of them.
I got one real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Judges 19 and 24. It says, behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you.
But could you read verse 2, then jump to that?
It
She
says,
played the whore.
yep.
Yeah. See, don't because
Yeah.
don't make it sound like she was just innocent,
Right.
like he was just sacrificing her.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Nah.
there was a judgment, and look, I always bring out the story because I'm telling you brothers and you younger brothers know. I tell y'all all the time, just because you love a bitch don't mean the Lord love her. He went
Just
to get
because
his
you
woman.
forgive her,
Don't mean the Lord do.
because you were soft and ignored Jeremiah 3. Matter of fact, read that first, then read that. Somebody
Yeah.
get Jeremiah the
We
3rd
gotta get
chapter.
the details.
Because you overlooked Jeremiah 3 and 1. All right? Because you got so much love. And and I'm gonna be
Compassion.
almost every man has been stupid enough to do that at least once in their life.
I know I have.
All right? And that's and then you end up paying for it later on anyway.
I was a fool. You better listen to that Spinners, nigga. Nobody.
Bring it out, brother.
It's Jeremiah 3, verse 1. They say if a man put away his wife, and she goes from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
There it is. He's oh man, I love her so much, man. And then he started, oh well, shit, I did it. You can't cheat on her.
That's right.
You're a man, dummy.
Yep.
Read.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return unto me, saith Yahweh.
That's why you have an outie and she has an innie. Okay? It's some. That's why the Lord set it up like that. No man on the planet was ever meant to be with just one woman his entire life. That is not biblical.
Yep.
That is not scriptural. And it was not that way in the ancient world. And guess what? The kingdom of heaven is going to be a lot like the ancient world. Because the laws that govern the ancient world are going to govern the kingdom of heaven.
Absolutely.
Here on earth as it is in heaven. That's why it says that in the Lord's Prayer. On
Yep.
earth as it is in heaven. All right? So what we're reading about, okay, these are the laws of the ancient world which is coming back. And one thing that Ephraimite used to say, she said to me more than one time, you really do belong in the ancient time. You don't belong here.
Straight angel.
All right? She said that to me. She said, you really do belong in a time when people walked around with swords hanging off their hips. And I was like, yeah, I probably do. All right, but go ahead, brother.
It says Judges 19 and 1. And it came to pass in those days when there was no king in Israel that there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him, and went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months.
So she went over to her father's house and was fucking other people
Yep.
for 4 fucking months.
Yep.
4 months.
All right, that's what was going on. All right, and then
And it says, and her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her and to bring her again, having his servant with him and a couple of asses.
so what he did was he violated Jeremiah 3:1.
He was in love.
All right,
Yeah.
he was in love with this woman who had already been skeeted in by God knows who, who that 4 months she was over there. You think she was with one dude? All right, that she didn't open her quiver, that she didn't to every arrow, that she didn't drink from every fountain, every like a thirsty traveler. All right, she was guacking hot too and all over the damn place.
Put my
All right.
water down.
Okay,
And
go ahead, brother.
it says, verse 3, it says, and to bring, oh, I'm gonna start.
How that
over.
nigga
It
say,
says-
give me that hot tour. Spit on that thing, nigga. Singing ass nigga. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 3, and her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her and to bring her again, having his servant with him and a couple of asses. And she brought him unto her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him. And I'm going to skip down to verse 23. And it says, I'm going to start off at verse 22. It says, now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about and beat at the door.
So them purge niggas.
Yeah.
These the purge niggas right here.
The
Right?
YNs.
Them niggas
These
been
is shiesty
so-
wearing purge niggas
Freaky ass
with the skinny
Benjamin.
jeans hanging off. All right,
Wow, no.
all right.
Definitely.
With the skinny jeans hanging off, with the
Black-
extra long clips with the switches.
With the black Air
All right,
Forces.
these guys.
Shit, I got forces on now.
Right with the what's them stanky cigar things that smell
Black
sweet.
and loud.
Black 'em out.
Black and mild niggas.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
with yellow eyes.
games up.
Definitely yellow
Wow,
eyes.
bro.
Yellow teeth, yellow eyes.
Yeah, cause
Lips
right,
burnt all over.
yellow
the
eyes
place.
from all that smoke and pollution in them.
Same underwears from the other day.
Mhm.
Same clothes from the other day.
The other day, nigga.
Right, and some of them is dirty dicked too. They got shit because they been messing
Oh,
around with
yeah.
all them hoes.
Definitely.
It says back in verse 22, it says, certain sons of Belial beset the house round about and beat at the door and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house that we may know him. And the man,
They was freaked out, so they
Yeah.
wanted the man too,
yup,
like the booty warrior, man.
Yeah, and right, a lot of these jail niggas be on that shit.
Yeah, they was doing the Diddy party
They,
early.
they a lot of these dudes go to prison. They be on that, man.
He said
Oh, yeah.
booty's more important
They
than
be,
water.
They be gay thugs.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on, say that
Hold
again,
on.
Yasharala.
Them dudes in prison said booty more important than water.
Yeah.
Boochie. Boochie.
So I don't know
Pussy.
who want a booty with a sack of nuts hanging from it. That's
But
but go ahead, brother.
it says, verse 23, and the man, the master of the house, went out unto them and said unto them, nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly.
So he's asking them, bro, what the fuck y'all doing?
listen,
Right?
them
It
niggas
says,
hot.
yeah,
Diddy.
It was Benjamin.
Diddy
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, Diddy was there, bro.
Yeah, them
It
Bilal niggas wanted to
was.
do it.
it says,
Did
seeing
it.
that,
Shaq was there.
yup.
All them niggas.
Freaky ass niggas. Go ahead.
It says, seeing that this man is come into mine house, do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you.
The Lord put that on his spirit to do that, to judge the girl, because no man want to put his daughter outside.
Ain't no man trying to do it right. I'm gonna put my daughter out, my virgin daughter, to this mob of men who want to violate her in every hole she got. All right, and probably violating the dude right next to her.
Yeah.
They both tied up and got the dumbass look on their face. Go ahead.
It says, but unto this man do not so vile a thing. But the man would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning.
Damn.
And when the day began to spring, they let her go.
So this the future. All you hoes talking about some. You ain't gonna have sex. Your sex gonna have you, bitch.
Right. The carousel about to ride your ass.
Dude.
No, I'm saying the carousel. The carousel wore her ass out.
Yeah.
And that was a big ass carousel.
To death.
All right. Literally to right. The life left her body.
It said old or young.
All right. So everybody, it said they knew her. Okay.
Old freak.
Right. You had the old gray haired freak. You had 2-3 niggas on you at the same time.
Oh man.
All right. 2 niggas in the same hole. They was doing some foul shit, man. Because they really wanted a man. They was on that gay shit, man.
Yup.
Go ahead.
And it says, verse 26, it says, Then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door of the man's house where the Lord was. It says, till it was light. And her Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of the house.
Now he's reading this out of the Holy Bible, people.
Yeah.
All right. We tell you that this book is, the Christianism, Mormonism, Catholicism, Judaism, all them false religions, them isms, they teach you this whole love doctrine. The Bible is full of dark sayings, lamentation, and woe.
Man.
All right. And you got to go through the gnashing of teeth and the gritty, dirty parts before you get to the. Kevin King used to say it all the time, man. Back in the day when we was fighting, he used to always say that. Look, look, Herc, we gotta go through hell to get to heaven. All right, and we do a couple more rounds, couple more whatever. All right, it's because it's not easy to get anything that comes too easy can go away just as easy, man. All right, you gotta work hard and go through the hard times to get to something that's really good, that's worth it, man.
And you made such a wonderful, heavy point. You Christians and wicked ass people think that we in a good season. Y'all don't know about Jacob's trouble. Y'all don't know about a time that's never happened. Y'all been living on y'all pork chop sandwich and ham hocks. And the apostles, the elders, great millstone, and the squads been trying to tell y'all this shit is about to hit the fan. Yeah. Jacob's trouble is about to happen. Mm-hmm. Y'all sit there, the preachers y'all going too lying to y'all, talking about we good.
Yeah,
right. they telling you we straight.
They tip through the tulips, the church songs. Yeah. Like, everything is good, man.
Right.
All right? God is good all the time.
Oh yeah.
That's
folly, man.
That's no, the Bible don't say that. It doesn't say that anywhere, man. All right? Dark sins, lamentation, and woe. Murder, rape, kill. All of that. Then cannibalism. Okay? All that. That's all in the Bible, and it's all going to happen again, and it's all going to happen during Jacob's trouble, and it's going to be worse than it was in the past. And that's some pretty horrific historical accounts that I could share with you. And to think that what's to come is going to be worse than any of those things, all of them put together.
Damn.
And we're on the cusp. We're right there. All right? Bring it out, brother.
Kind of says verse 27, and her Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of his house and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold.
If they would have modern day pumped her stomach, how much semen you think they could pull out of her?
A lot.
Yeah. All right?
Man.
She probably had semen in the anal cavity. She had semen all in her belly. She probably had a couple pounds worth of semen in her.
Easily.
And that probably might have been what killed her, man. Who knows?
Man.
Yeah. Ancient, strong,
man.
Ancient, long dick style. like what's his name?
Oh,
He's Tyrone.
Yeah.
And a whole gang of Tyrones.
Yeah.
We Tyrone.
Right, we Tyrone. And we hit him. Dang somebody's wife. Bam.
Together we are Tyrone.
Right.
He did. He actually got a real video like that.
Legion of Tyrones, man.
With that nigga Tyron Woodley. in Tyrone. They
Damn.
actually got a video walking up.
Are you serious?
Like, I'm Taiwan, but I'm Tyrone. And they walking, yeah. This is
And we here to fuck somebody's wife.
folly, man.
Wow.
Two dumb
Long
niggas.
dicks,
Big
man.
dumb
Go
niggas.
ahead, brother.
Hey, Zaquan, I had a quick clip if I may.
Go ahead. Didn't that fool get shot doing that clown stuff too?
One of them did. Yeah, I think so.
The Tyrone dude rolling up on people, talking about I'm here to, bang your wife, and
He
somebody
got his
shot
head
his ass.
busted. Somebody busted his head. Because he was having dinner with his woman, and he said, I'm here to fuck your wife. So he grabbed a bottle. He said, no, you're not, and just whacked him.
Yeah,
See?
that nigga got shot.
That's what I'm
too,
saying. You can't that folly, man.
bro. That shit's folly, bro.
That's what. How you think that is everybody gonna laugh that shit off?
Man.
Okay. He lucky he ain't rolled up on one of them niggas with them fucked up ears.
Nah, no.
Balled his ass up, broke his shit up.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
I had a quick clip because it's the same thing when them two angels visited Lot. This is it's from Instagram.
Organization called the Black Hammer Group. They out here snatching up black folks, homeless men, homeless little boys, downtown Atlanta, and got them out there in Fayetteville, was holding them hostage in their house, insane them, and doing other weird shit.
The leader hijacked the movement and held them against their will.
Now, one of the homeless men got hold to a phone and called the police to get them. He said he was in there in the garage.
You said you were kidnapped. Are those people there with you now?
Yes.
Okay, who are they?
The police on the phone, they had the police on the way over there. They called all them folks out the house.
We woke up and the police and everything were surrounding the house, so we were asked to come out one by one.
They was calling them out the house. One of the dudes on the inside, one of the people that was holding them hostage, he ended up shooting himself in the head.
Police say they found the body of 18-year-old Amonte Ammons, one of the alleged kidnappers, who the group calls their defense minister. Police say he killed himself.
What the fuck?
Augustus Roman, the little ugly nigga with the glasses, and Xavier, the one with the blonde hair, the little ugly man with the blonde hair. They're the two, plus the other guy that held them folks hostage.
Yeah, he would make us do physical labor. Like, he forced me to stand outside for like 5 hours with his defense.
Okay, well you can stop it. That's enough, brother. But that goes to show you that there was rumors of alphabet Atlanta people rolling up on straight dudes and doing that. That's saying them. And the dude talking about I'm not gay, nigga. You out of date.
You gotta see the
So these
niggas from Atlanta,
so these
bro.
dudes was actually snatching up people who weren't gay, kidnapping them and making them gay.
Homeless people.
And it said little. These are
The
dudes.
faces of the culprits, yeah. These
What
niggas.
the fuck?
Wait a
Oh
minute.
my
These
god.
the dudes
We
are
gotta hold
damn.
this one to-
Salakia.
Demons, bro.
Hello.
Of course,
They got on makeup and
Look
eyelashes
at
and
this
shit.
nigga.
These some bug out there. So they was stealing people
Still
and then SN them.
we gonna bring
Wow,
this back
man.
out later.
So come on, man. Look, I had no idea the brother was holding on to that receipt, man. That's heavy, bro.
And that's funny. I was talking shit when I said it. I said them niggas was from Atlanta. Them niggas the judges. They had him to me. They had this dude. He had this thick ass jigaboo with him, and they was walking in the restaurant. And niggas like, damn, you think it? They said it said only in Atlanta. They said, damn, you think it's hell. And it was a big nigga. He turned around and said, nigga, don't be disrespecting my woman in front of me. He said, we talking about you, nigga. Ain't nobody talking to that bitch. Dude was like, man, bitch, we gone. Jake wicked as fuck, man. Said only in Atlanta.
Only we not talking to her, nigga. We talking to you.
Shit.
Hey, bitch, we finna get the fuck out of here.
I gotta preach that.
Go ahead, man.
So like I said, those spirit, them sons of Belial is back. They said that this generation is that generation, man.
Wicked, man.
So you gonna have them weird ass Edomites, them what's the dude put the lotion on?
Yeah, Buffalo Bills.
You gonna have them Buffalo Bills and Jeffrey Dahmers and all them.
In Chicago.
You gonna have them weird ass people running around, man, in them days when them days come, man. All right, and they gonna be doing some weird shit to women, little children, men. Damn, a bunch of men got kidnapped and essayed in a garage against their will.
Homeless.
By some young
Homeless.
niggas.
Ain't got shit going on.
By
They
some
already
young-
down. Bang.
Right, it's like damn, nigga. Why don't you just put me to death? Put me out my misery, man.
Like damn, like.
You got something, I got something. You got something?
Yeah, that's good.
Damn.
What you got?
No, but think about it though, man.
Yeah, no, read that first.
The Lord did that to them though.
Yeah.
So how wicked was they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
get
know?
the all things in double, Kadar.
Come.
Get that. Read that double, won't you?
This is 2 Ezra 8 and 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And this is why this destruction, Jacob's trouble, the annihilation of Esau, everything is going to happen because all of y'all, including you stupid ass nigger women, have walked in great pride. The Lord is going to bring justice, judgment, vengeance, all in one fell swoop. And it couldn't happen at a better time. Y'all been walking around living deliciously off the backs of the Israelites, and thinking it was going to be sweet forever. Literally.
And then get call it racism and the conspiracy when you bring it out.
Right.
When you talk about it. Get over it.
Right.
Now, no. Yeah, let's see if you get over it.
Right.
All right. Bring out the we gonna get ready to wrap. Bring out them last scriptures, then you gonna read that one we asked for last. It's perfect. That 2 Ezra 16:73.
I'll bring this out.
That's the
real
perfect
quick.
time.
This Psalms 91 and 1, going back into the calamities. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him I will trust." Going back to what the Elder Malcolm mentioned earlier, when he brought out the 2 Ezra, then you will know who serve the Lord and who don't.
Right.
Because this is our real covering, man. Outside of this covering, like he just said, women, children, men, everybody smoked, man. It says, "Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." That's why the scripture says, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of thy salvation."
Right. The wisdom and knowledge shall be the strength of my salvation. Not how much I can bench press. Not how fast I can knock somebody out, choke somebody out. All right? That's not what, guys like that, they gonna survive for a short period of time. And once they figure out you got skills like that, they just gonna try to shoot your ass anyway. Ain't nobody gonna want to deal with you.
Anyway.
Like, fuck that. I saw what he did to them dudes, man. Bam! I don't want none of that. Right.
And then, like you said, their own people going to be going against them. Their own people going to start betraying them. These niggas is just wicked. They'll roll together, but then them niggas is plotting on their own niggas. They going to get...
That's niggatry.
Exactly. They be short in every movie.
They gonna, the goons always turn on each other.
Exactly. I don't want to share my motherfucking last snack. When that shit get down to you eating and me eating, them niggas gonna take each other out.
Well, it going back into that 2 Ezra 6. It says that friends shall fight like enemies.
Yeah.
It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flieth by day, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor at the destruction that wasteth at noonday." So what's gonna be going down all fucking day around? It says, "1,000 shall fall at thy side." That's a lot of death. But remember that show, 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. But it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thy eyes shalt thou see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. So that's what we banking on right there. I can finish. Go ahead. I'm finished with that.
Yeah, and brothers, over this last couple of years, man, I've seen a lot of videos where very tragic and violent deaths get caught on film, where people get ripped in two by cars and machines, and get ripped apart by animals, or violently hacked to pieces by fucking cartel members and shit. I done seen some crazy shit, man. And to think that shit like that's gonna be happening on a daily basis. Like I said, just watch the Purge movies.
You remember that Best Gore?
Bro, I was
they took that shit down.
I stopped watching it. I used to watch it with that nigga Chase Davis, though.
Yeah, one of the worst ones I've seen is a dude get tied up to a tree with his legs straight out in front of him, and they took machetes and they hacked through his shin bones. They were hacking into his shin bones, and he's just screaming because he's tied to a tree, and they just hacking into his shin bones just to chop it, just to create pain, right? And they would hack so deep, then they have to pull it out and hack it again because it was getting stuck in his bone, man.
Like a fucking tree. Fuck.
And that's and they just did that to the shit. And then the one where the dude had the dude tied up with his legs open, his pants down, let the
And they
pit
had the
bull.
dog eat him.
Pit bull ripped
tear
his
that
stuff
shit
off, man.
That one hurt.
That was crazy, man. Then I saw the
Just
one where the
thinking about
dude
it.
popped out he had his woman on her knees, all right, and it turned out there was his fucking wife, all right, and he's talking to the camera in Spanish. The next thing you know, he pulls out a pocket knife, stabbed her in the neck, and just start sawing. But I was like, what the fuck? I was like, who the fuck sent me this shit? It was some crazy shit, man. But that's the sort of thing that's getting ready to happen, man.
All day.
All right? And these are some really heartless and cold. I believe it be spirits on people when they do shit like that.
Yeah.
Because that ain't, it got to be. Because that ain't some normal shit, man.
Your brain can't, look, that, you got the Proverbs 28.
Yeah,
You
I
got
got
that.
that.
Read that real quick.
This is a Proverbs 28:5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things.
See that? They that seek Yahweh understand all things. So like the Elder Malcolm has said, it's a spirit on them to do that. That's the spirit of judgment. That's the Lord's spirit. That's why he said by sending upon them evil angels. The Lord has that messenger to tell you to do shit. Hey, look, I was talking to this dude. I did a sit down, and it's a nigga I work with. I didn't tell him I did a sit down. But we was just talking, and I told him, like, man, them fucking, because it was 4 Rottweilers, and 2 of them tore this 6-year-old girl up. And she was around these dogs every day. The Lord put the spirit on them. Now, look, this is something I read and did a sit down about. And I'm still.
But she's around them every day, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
it was because the 2 didn't do shit.
And the other 2 just let them do it.
Yeah. Because dogs can battle. They'll gnaw at the other dogs if it try to attack like one of the people in the house. They sat there and the other 2 did it. Now, I'm telling him the story. He said, yeah, man, that's crazy. And he looked like an Edomite. He could be a Jake. Nevertheless, he said, yeah, man, you know, my wife, friends, now these 2 best friends, but all these people grew up collectively together. He said, yeah, about 2 years ago, we went to a barbecue of theirs, man. And one of the 2 of the best friends, one of them had a pit bull. And he said they had a 6-month-old baby. And everybody in the damn thing chilling and stuff, the dog politely just walked upstairs. The dog, I said, was it an aggressive dog? He said, never. He said, it don't, never. He said the dog politely, while everybody was partying bullshitting, this is a dude that worked with me. He said the dog walked up the stairs, opened the door, and tore the baby up while I was asleep in the crib. And just walked and just sat there. I said, who was that? Read that Proverbs.
This is Proverbs 28:5.
6-month-old.
Damn.
That's a fucked up judgment, man. So you have to think and see. People don't think like that, but the Bible, it makes it very clear. All right, that was punishment for something in his last life.
Hell yeah.
That was and they had to pay for it this go around.
That was
and
a
what a way to go, boy. God,
read that Proverbs
This is
again, real quick.
Proverbs 28:5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai understand all things.
And this is why through the tear of the Lord do we persuade men, because we understand that a judgment is coming no matter what. That's why the scripture said, don't fear who can kill the body, but him who can destroy both the body and the soul in hell. This is what that goes to. It said, after death cometh the judgment, but we shall live again. And the judgment is about to come to this place, man.
I got a quick one.
That's a wild shit, man.
That is, man.
I got a quick one just to
Go ahead,
support
brother.
that. It's Jeremiah 15:3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh, the sword to slay and the dogs to tear.
Damn.
And the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Damn, it'd be better to get the first one than the last ones. All right,
Not playing.
You know, to be torn up by a dog,
Man.
or fucking eaten, ripped apart by. I told you, the bear, one of the worst creatures can get their hands on you.
Yeah.
All right, or get their paws and claws on you. Because at
alive.
least a big cat will choke you out, put you to death. A damn, gigantic snake, anaconda will choke you out. Put you to death. Then devour you. A bear, if he grab you by the arm, that's where he's starting.
Yeah.
So this right here, you can live a long time. So you're gonna feel a lot of pain until you expire.
Shit on that best gore. I seen an Edomite dude that he was still alive. The bear ate all his legs down. His shit looked like just bone. Ate all his legs, and the bear's like, all right,
from the feet up?
I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah,
Well, that's
they
what
found
bears
him
do.
like
They
that.
eat half their food and come back for it later.
Yup, they found him
Damn.
like that.
So this nigga's just laying there, just like that girl who was on her phone while the bear was eating her.
Yeah, with her mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she ate the father-in-law already.
Yeah.
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 She said she lost senses in her shit.
I got
Go
a quick
ahead.
one. This is Psalm 66 and 5. Come and see the works of Yahweh. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men.
So the Lord sent she-bears, you know, through one of the prophets. And sometimes the Lord is going to send, you know, wild beasts. It tells you that like if one ran from a lion and ran into a bear and leaned on the wall and caught a snake, it's going to get really bad out here. And we're probably the only people on the face of the earth that's looking forward to it.
Yep.
Because guess what? The kingdom of heaven can't come until those times come.
That's right.
So we've been boldly and not bold. Well, I guess we have been bold, but we've been patiently. We've been suffering, waiting for this to come, because we're all under duress in one form or another,
right.
under the rulership of this pale male. All right, who's just he's Dr. Evil, the real Dr. Evil,
The real one, man.
all right. Okay.
Fuck, boy.
With his band-aids, if he don't kill you with his band-aids, he'll kill you with his sword. All right? It's as simple as that. He's going to use his sword to kill you, which is military might, his missiles, whatever it is, or he's going to use his band-aids. All right? Send you to his, you know, places where you get band-aids, and then you don't, you know, you're never the same after. You all fucked up.
I want to get this real quick just
Bring
to
it
back
out,
you
brother.
up. No, we because you was right. No, we have been doing this boldly, man. This is Hebrews 4:16. It said, "Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find the help in time of need." And that's what we've been doing. And then you gotta be bold to do this, man. He said, "Let us come boldly into the throne of grace." Hey, look, you know how somebody go out and just do some crazy shit, and especially back in the day, the nigga woman look here, he bold.
Yeah.
This is the craziest shit you can ever do to the untrained mind. That's why the Apostle Paul said, "What? This is the foolishness of preaching."
Foolishness
And
of
we've
preaching.
been doing it bolder than anybody, starting with the apostles going
Because
down.
normally we'd be out in the freezing cold right now still doing
Talking
it.
shit.
So that's another way how we know the spirit is coming back. I mean, the spirit is pulling back. The Lord is pulling the spirit back, man. All right? Because this is Chicago, man. We at 30 to go below zero. We out there doing it. But we're not doing that anymore. All right? You know, the Apostle Elder said it, you know, hey, look, brothers, when it's in the 20s and teens and shit, you know, you don't have to do that shit in Chicago no more. And it's unheard of. You know, this camp's been a camp almost 17 years now.
We
man.
the snow dummies,
And
man.
we
The
the original snow dummies, man. All right, and we go out. All right,
Yeah, we enjoy like this
Okay.
should be the highlight of the week for me.
Yeah.
I ain't even
So
and
we-
I have a great week.
So we know that the Lord is pulling back, man. Because we went from 10-hour camps to 8-hour camps to 6-hour camps to 4-hour camps. Now at camp is around 2 hours, sometimes shorter.
Yeah.
The Lord is really pulling back, man. He's getting ready to shut this shit down, man. All right, 2 last scriptures. Get that Wisdom of Solomon, and then we still holding that 1673. We gonna finish with that one. Matter of fact, go ahead and read it now. Then somebody get Wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter.
I'm holding that.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Matter of fact, let me see what 72 say.
Yeah, start at 73, I think. No, 70.
Yeah, start at 70. Baba Kashar.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yep, so them niggas gonna be burning crosses, kicking in doors with their shoulders, coming in the doors, pew pew pewing, right? The fucking flamethrowers, using drones. All right, go ahead.
Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Yep, they gonna have you all in zip ties. All right, and when they see your big booty auntie, they gonna keep her in the house for a little bit. All right, now they gonna zip tie her to the bed. All right, okay. Read.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Con. All right. Then you gonna know who the chosen are, man. And if you're not, you know, and for you women out there, all right, because the heathen women ain't got nothing coming, man. And nothing they can do. I don't care how much you like your heathen, how much you fancy her. She can't get on the chariot, so you're gonna see her on the other side. All right, right. If you really love her that much, tell her ass to leave Babylon.
You're never gonna dance again.
Bring yours out, brother.
God, this is wisdom of Solomon. This is wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 1. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
That's the men of great millstone for sure. Read.
Right.
And made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Right, because the true fear is the name that's ignored. Because when the mainstream media, for the most part, they don't really talk about, or nobody's trying to interview. Not that we would give it to them anyway at this point, but no one comes to talk to the great millstone. They go to the 501c3 camps, right? And the 501c3 camps are the ones that do all the debates and all that other stuff.
They have the list of questions already
They got
pre-made.
everything exactly. It's completely orchestrated. It's already got a controlled narrative. All right. They come with a narrative, a control mechanism. But go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Right, and that's what you're seeing with all these orbs. Those are the chariots of Israel that keep showing up where the bombs are going off, where the bullets are flying, where the fires were burning, where the volcanoes and all. They keep showing up, all right, because they're there. The chariots are here for two reasons: to deliver the elect, all right. That's going to be the strangers of our salvation, and then to destroy the mountains and the hills. And that's the armies of those mountains and hills. Mountains and hills represent large governments and small governments. Read.
It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
And that's really going to be the everyday average Edomite, because the higher ups know exactly who we are. Mm-hmm. They know that we're telling the truth, even though they scoff and pretend like we're not, but they know exactly who we are. And that's anyone with common sense, that's obvious, because if we weren't who we are, they would just laugh and scoff at us and not worry about us. Right. But the fact is we're speaking truth, and that's that's a problem. All right. And you remember the truth is like a rock inside of a house of glass. The last thing you want in your house is a rock. All right. Go ahead.
It says, in a proverb of reproach, we fools account his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
All right, so Esau then built up this gigantic puzzle with cards, house of cards and dominoes, right? And the truth is that one thing that hits it.
Yeah.
And that's what the truth is.
Yeah.
And so we come and we're knocking down their cards and their dominoes just by speaking the truth. We don't have to march and
800 boots.
Right, with all our combat boots. Right, no understanding of the scriptures, no breakdowns. We just marching and talking about partying and
getting
going,
the sisters together.
Getting the sisters together, because there's gonna be much polygamy going on, brother. You ain't smoking no weed. I don't know what you're doing with your life. But these are supposed to be the men of the Lord.
That nigga say,
yeah, we going to
nigga
the
God.
party.
They say the nigga
yeah,
God.
we serve the nigga God. We going to the party because it's gonna be much polygamy, brother. Go ahead.
Verse 5, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints?
Which goes back to what this brother read. All right, then we're gonna know, man. And you all gonna find out that all them 501c3 camps that sold out, all right, that do this for profit and then try to pretend like they don't. And it's so obvious that they do. All right, so with that, man, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakatadash.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.